let's go, man. We in it. First official. We just got past all the motherfucking interviews, y'all.
Hey.
You made the cut. Congratulations.
You made it past the trial.
Come on.
You enjoyed it.
Hey.
Hope the ride was worth it. Now you made it all the way to the Patreon.
Yep.
You're here. Welcome.
Guys, the UCC, if you don't know what it stands for, Utah Cannabis Club.
Say it one more time for the people in the back.
Utah
Cannabis
Club. Gang, gang. You can find us on Instagram,
Twitter,
right?
Twitch,
Twitch. And we also have a YouTube. Yep.
Everything, man.
Make sure to follow us on all of those pages. Guys, we're going to be talking about strains, genetics,
up and coming people in the industry,
diversity,
legacy people in the industry, people that are like really trying to influence the industries that are in your culture as well, and like in
Big
your
facts.
environment here in Utah specifically. So not only just people outside of this state that are doing amazing things, but people that are putting in work inside the state as well.
Yeah.
We'll be documenting the big culture change and cultural growth in Utah with cannabis being part of the way, part of the step, every step of the way.
Hell yeah.
And so I think, with that being said, a great first topic and something that we've all been talking about is homegrown. I think that's got to be first topic.
And it's definitely not the elephant in the room, guys.
No, we've
done with that shit.
And so, anybody listening, Utah, right? Obviously, we don't have any homegrown. It's scratched completely, so we have absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
And so,
it's absolutely correct. There's nothing.
Starting a fight within, getting to the senators and rallying the troops to support each other to get after it and be able to
100%
address it and bring it to light to the senators and the people in your area. And I think that homegrown has a very big impact on the community for sure, overall as a whole.
Amen to that. And commenting on that, there's so many benefits to how homegrown can change the the landscape of Utah, right? And how we look at cannabis. A lot of people don't want to follow other states and follow the culture that they have, because if we're going to be real, Utah does follow this, what's the word, legislature?
That's good. Hey, that's good wording.
You know what I mean?
That's good wording.
And it's one of those things that we really have to kind of just face up front. And it's not to take away from anybody else or to take away from anybody that is doing anything to progress in cannabis. It's just an addition to what's going on already. What we do here at UCC is always going to provide and always going to add on for the benefit of the community and the people. Always for the people first. And that's our mission, And one of the first topics, like we said, is providing the homegrown and cultivation, allowing that, advocating for that.
And one thing that I really feel like gets swept under the rug when you start looking at like what homegrown would do for the state, if you look at like a lot of the religious standpoints, it's all about preparation and being prepared for if something were to happen. Mm-hmm. Cannabis would be one of the most viable and most applicable medications that they could cultivate in their garden, right? So it'd be something that they could end up curing, turning into a dried or cured product, whether that be a distillate, something that they can keep in a refrigerator for a very long time, like an RSO, something that has full composition, and that they can put in their fridge or somewhere like let's say that they even seal it in a mason jar and just lock it up. You know what I mean? You could seal it for a really long time, no air exchange. Dark, cold place, you're solid. You know what I mean? It has a very, very long shelf life, especially if there's no type of influence.
Yeah.
So you can prepare a lot of cannabis and have a huge backstock of medicine in your house for any type of disaster. Yeah. You know what I mean? And really use it for what it's made and like diversify.
No, true. And I think, so, like diversify, a big part of it too is growing your own plant, like the things that you can do with it, right? It's not just, oh, I'm choosing to smoke flower, right? It's like, oh, I can make teas. I can take the trim and other stuffs and make some butter. So like the medical applications and stuff increase as far as like how you can use it.
Fiber content.
Well, and what that does in return is reduce your external dependence on other things, right?
Right.
You start to provide different channels for the usage of cannabis, and for those that already planting, will just probably add that to their garden already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
They're not going to look at it as in like, oh my gosh, I have to cover it. It's like, oh, wait, cool. I can add some cannabis plants now to my strawberries, next to my lettuce, next to my cabbage.
And have a symbiotic environment.
And then for those that do want to start it, they'll be starting up like, oh, wow, this is a hobby. This is something I can possibly do with my kids. I can possibly do with my dad at home, And like, it provides those different outlets for you to not rely on different things externally. You know what I mean? So on medicine, so you don't have to go out and buy medicine. You have your medicine at home. By growing it, you reduce that external dependence. So.
And let's say that you want to get like a little bit more in tune with your plant.
For sure.
You can really start diving into the unique expressions that cannabis can withhold.
Expressions,
man. Like when you really, really start trying to dial in, it's like getting a tomato to smell like it's already cooked with basil, salt, and pepper.
And that's why he said before that unique expression, because you're probably thinking, what? Tomato, basil, what? Yeah. Citrus, what? You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's true. They're unique, and you're able to find those with those homegrown.
And they're really delicate. Yeah. They're delicate, but if you pay attention and you can achieve them. Like there are growers that can do it consistently, and it's really amazing to look at the variety that you have access to. And some of us, like green thumbs, plant nerds, we just want to try to see what we can curate and how consistent we can curate something.
Like you already have under the, I think what it's the hemp bill, cannabis seeds, you know what I mean, that have been allowed to be like sold online. You know what I mean? That are allowed to be sold internationally. You know what I mean? Now the next step is, and it's like, let's not play stupid. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real, what are people doing with those seeds? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
not everybody has a vault.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people just want to get it going, and that's why these seed banks exist, because people constantly keep them alive. You know what I'm saying? So it goes to show that with these seeds crossing the market and crossing different hands and people coming across different grows, it shows the diversity. And by adding different states to that, we create more diversity. We create more strains. The next thing you know, we're creating strains out of the Grand Canyon. You know what I mean? And people are like, what the fuck? Sure. Yeah. Utah, they allowed it. You know what I mean? Or there's some growers that are growing in southern Utah in the desert. You know what I mean? Some fucking Afghani shit. Who knows, right? They've been growing there for years now. They just haven't told anyone. Now there's homegrown legal. Now these guys are like, now there's all of a sudden featured in fucking a magazine because they hold some original sour diesel.
Yeah, and I think,
what I mean? Like, who knows, right? But
and
that's
I think
what homegrown allows.
Yeah, and I think that's what is huge is homegrown just allows you to be able to connect. And it's not just like with the plants, like with the people around you and everything. Like at the end of the day, like how much does your community know about weed in general, right? As like a patient level, does like every patient in a sense here in the medical market like know everything about weed?
Or can
like
curate.
And so like no. And so
not
I
just
think
say that
it just
everybody's
deepens
interested
that.
in
It definitely
that.
deepens that relationship, and so it's very. I think it's very important. Very important.
Too, dude. It's cool to look at. It's really cool to look at. That's for damn sure. Just because it's something that's unadventured.
And then one of the other things, it's meeting the specific needs of your own, right?
Yeah.
Curating your own strain. Having the opportunity to order a seed that says, oh, this is specifically for those that are dealing with digestive issues. And you're like, okay, Mom, I got to get this strain. Some people literally grow for their loved ones. You know what I mean? And then literally have to be in hiding because they can't come out with it. Some people are locked up for that. You know what I mean? But imagine if you can come out and just be like, yeah, I grow this because we had some issue that went on in our relationship. I had a personal issue that went on with a body function, and I was able to grow. So if you're able to order seeds that are high in CBD, Charlotte's Web, Cannatonic, right? These crazy strains that are high in CBD or CBN, CBG, you're able to curate your own specific needs, and home cultivation allows for that. You know what I mean?
It's
That's
just
the medical
evolution
benefit
of the plant.
You know what I mean?
You
It
know,
allows
in
you to
so many
find
different
it.
ways. It
Exactly.
branches out.
And then, like I said, you can find what you need specifically. You don't have to go to these dispensaries and spend all this amount of money in terms of like, okay, you know what? This strain does exist in the pharmacy.
Well, that's the
I'll
problem,
get it, you know what I mean?
dude.
But if it doesn't, I have to go rely on something else or suffice for a strain.
how long
that
is it
barely
gonna
Except
be
that's
there?
the problem, though. The state
How
wants
long is it
their
gonna be
part,
there?
dude.
Yeah.
They don't want people to just share a bunch of weed because they're like, oh, where's our cut?
Yeah.
Where's our cut?
Well, I think also the state's gonna end up getting a lot of money because home cultivation's also gonna boost the economy
Boost
with
the
like how
economy.
much they're gonna sell. I mean, like Moonlight Garden Supply,
How
home
many-
grow
how
becomes
many
legal.
grow
Like
stores
the
are
people
gonna-
that have tents, the people that have
You know
grow
what I'm
equipment,
saying?
lights,
How many garden stores are going to
Nutrients.
benefit? Grow stores
Yeah,
are going to
exactly.
benefit. Nutrient stores
nurseries,
will benefit.
nurseries in general. Everybody's
garden
gonna be
stores.
going.
Electrical bill.
You know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
for
Yeah,
real,
Like
that'll
all
get
of the
HVAC,
money makes its way back to the
plumbing
state.
people,
So it's
right?
just
People who
Everyone.
do plumbing,
It's-
people that do electricity. Yo, man, I had a fucking watt that went out in my freaking, and then I gotta call the electrician. Bam, you wouldn't call that for your home grow? What? You'd be stressing for your lights.
Homie, get
for your
over
home
here
grow. You're like,
now.
yo, I need somebody to come fix this ASAP. Somebody, you know what I mean? Whether it's you or an electrician or your buddy, that's an electrician.
I know a lot of electricians.
You know what I'm saying? So, but either way, man, there's always a benefit to it.
International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
electrical
Yep,
workers.
that's you, buddy.
And we can always adopt what the other states are doing. And I don't want to hear like that we don't have anecdotal evidence or we don't have enough proof. You know what I mean? It's we're past that. We're almost 10 years past that. But slowly, not surely. So the more we push for that, and the more you guys like we said, emailing your Senate, hopping on those government officials' websites, getting their emails, contacting them. We want to get a petition soon for UCC to put out there so you guys can use as a format to help push for that legalization. And that's one of the first things we need: support, right? It's people, there's power in numbers, right? And you'd be surprised when people chime in, anonymously. But we got to show face sometimes too, you know what I mean? And UCC is going to be on that forefront of trying to legalize that. So we will definitely be there, on Capitol Hill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll definitely
Hey,
be
baby.
there sending those emails,
The front lines.
Just know you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely not alone in the battle to want to be seen, want to be shown, want to be heard. And if you don't want to be heard, hey, man, we've been hearing you for a long time. The black market exists for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So
It's true. But it's also good to be conscientious of where your legality stands for something that you enjoy.
Amen.
Yeah.
Be mindful of where the game is going so that one day you can walk down the street and not trip about
and do what you
having
love.
a joint in your fucking hand, just
Yeah.
like enjoying a sunset walking. Like, you should be able to do that without there being a big fuss. You know what I mean? Like, it's no problem. Nobody likes to smell cigarettes, but they can do it and it's no problem.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and then it's like promoting the image of cannabis use in a positive way, right? Home grow, like can you start to see pictures of people and their kids online right next to cannabis plants in Utah? Whoa, like that's crazy. It's location Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah.
Then there's one more, then there's more, then there's more. So it's just promoting an accepting society.
Yeah.
At the end of the day too, like
So people aren't afraid.
Especially, and that's what we need to keep promoting is acceptance for those stigmas to break. Because how many parents are out there that just want to get into it, and they are getting into it, but they gotta have like 4 doors so their kids don't know. You know what I mean? Or they, or wife doesn't know. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, but when it all comes down to it, we are trying to fight for those that want a home grow. Not everyone's gonna grow though, and that's what we want everyone to know. Not everyone's gonna have the time to be at home. Not everyone's gonna have the time to sit at home and look after their plants, dial it in, get some timers and get the lights. And specifically, they're probably gonna try it once, see how it goes, and then.
Well, they're probably just gonna grow it like they do anything else.
But then those that will grow will want to grow, and that's just the reality of it.
It's easy to grow weed. It's hard to grow good weed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
And then you can start looking.
They're gonna try and grow like everything else, and just like.
I want to say, what is it? New Mexico that has micro grow licenses, even. And so, like, you look at like some other states, and it's like a micro grow license for cultivation, and it would allow you to have like maybe 10 or 15 plants here. And you could grow for 10 or 15 patients.
That would be
you know what I mean?
Awesome, man.
As a single cultivator. So just something like that, something to be able to like let like the people that really want to grow and like do it legally, because that does matter.
It does matter.
It
does. It does matter because when you band together with each other in order to get something like that, there's power in numbers, like the boys are saying. And with these other states adopting the home grow and breaking that stigma, Utah can follow in that same path, while still paying homage to the culture of cannabis. It's the plant is evolving itself right now through the United States. You can see it. It's like you can't stop it. Like they stopped it. It was still here. Now it's here. Now it's prevalent in almost how many states? A lot of states, right?
I want to say it's like.
Who would have thought that it would be medically legal here in Utah?
38?
I didn't think that far.
No.
But now we're in a position to advocate for the whole entire plant and its use.
Yeah.
Why stop and be at there's a middleman? You know what I mean? Why go to the middleman to get what you need? You know what I mean? And if the state wants to play, then yeah, we can go legal with it. Yeah, we'll fill out those applications. We'll fill out the papers. We'll make sure that we're in the system. You know what I mean? If it means I have to take care of me and my family and I can take care of my brothers, then I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go that route. You want it to be legal. You want to make money off it. You want to annually tax us maybe for having a license, right? Monthly, who knows, right? So I know Big Brother wants to play. And hey, we hear you. Shout out to Catalyst in California constantly.
It's 38 states.
38 states, man. That's more than
freaking there, dude. That's like
half.
33 or 38.
That's more than half.
38 out of 50.
More than half, man. And
way more. That's like way more than half, bro. You're gonna get 3/4, dog.
3/4, dude. That's a huge.
Dude, let's go.
That's triumphant, man. For our country, and as an American, you know what I'm saying. And we just gotta keep going that route. We gotta keep going that route. And Utah's on that cusp, man. We just gotta keep it. We gotta keep it in rotation. We gotta let the Senate know. We gotta let the people know. And if you're home growing, hey man, DM us, email us, man. And UCC is always here, man. Our DMs are always open. Our emails. Yes. We're gonna be live on Discords and Twitches and stuff. So keep up, on our stories and our profiles.
Come on.
We're always gonna be posting on there. In order to keep updates going with our community, man. Like we said, UCC is going to be on the forefront all the time. We're going to do our best. We're going to keep striding, keep smoking, keep lighting it up. And maybe on the next topic that we're going to really, really try to talk about is flame to flower, man.
Got to talk about that, too.
That's the biggest. That's one of the biggest ones.
Sure.
Because allowing combustion will change the game.
Change the market.
We'll change the market, man.
Yeah, when the whole market's pre-rolls and like you can't eat, like your state can't even have it. Come on.
What? Hey, but I'm the devil's advocate. I hate pre-rolls.
Yeah, I don't really go for them, but I
hate them.
But you sell them. You'd want to sell them, right?
There's definitely a market for those that
if you
want
do them
pre-roll.
right. If you do them right.
Turp Mansion did like the
do
doinks.
them right. You know what I mean? Like if they're done right.
Like a doink or like a cone.
Yeah, but think about
so think about this.
No. What he's saying is like low gain material. It's like you know what I mean? You're not wanting like the end of the bags.
Yeah.
You
You want like
the
full on.
You're not trying to roll up your bottom.
You want like that flower straight into
I don't
the
want
J.
trim. I want.
At the end of the day, people just want convenience, and like that's just where the market is right now. And it's like that, you know what I mean? And it just, it opens up, I just think, overall to like what the market wants here.
Right.
And it would really help everybody. Like, everybody would be going and buying more in general. Because I'm guessing, like, everybody would just be selling more.
Right.
Because we would have, like, $8, $9 joints.
Yeah, it's just like another market, another ticket item, dude.
That'd be awful. You'd be a monster on those roads.
You see what it is, though, man. You already know where we stand. But this is how these are the topics we're going to be continuing to talk about throughout the duration of the year. Continue to keep up with us.
We'll let you know about events possibly. Coming up.
Vlogs,
Collabs.
traveling, collaborations,
Sure.
projects. And if you're out there and you're interested in cannabis, follow us. Give us a like. Give us a comment. Share the podcast. Share the Instagram. Share the socials. And we'll make sure to keep it moving for you guys too. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening to UCC.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all.
We appreciate y'all. Keep fighting for that homegrown in the meantime, yes? Email your peeps. That's the first step.
Give us a follow.
Amen.
On all your socials. At UCC, at Utah Cannabis Club. Peace out.
Peace out, y'all.
Yo.
Gang.
Hey.